Intuitive thoughts for February 26, 26. 26, 26, 26. I don't know if that means anything. I have no idea. I'm not really feeling like the 26 actually means anything. It's not like any kind of portal or anything that I know of. But it's kind of cool to say. I had a crazy night. I'm going to tell you all of what I think it means, and then I'm going to tell you where it comes from. I think there's going to be an incident at a lake. I think it's going to involve boats. I think that it may involve young people like in their 20s, either late teens or 20s, because they were the ones driving the boats. I think that it may be on the heels of somebody celebrating a birthday event. I also think that there's going to be something that is found, and I want to say it's a lake. I'm pretty sure it's a lake. And I want to say that it may involve 4 people, 4 or 5 people. 1, 2, yeah, 5 people. It could be 5 people or 4. I'm not. I'm just going to say 4. And I think it's going to have at least one young man who is very avid in fishing that is involved. And I don't know if it has something to do with a hook. It may have something to do with a fishing hook. And it'll be a fishing hook. The one that I saw had at least 3 points on it. And that's I'm going to just stop there. It's something also that had to do with things being kept underwater in a container with rocks on top of the container. But when I asked about it, I was told that it was raw chicken to draw fish and crabs to the location. That's what I was told. So I saw that. I also want to say that I very loudly was woken up, somebody yelling in my ear, "It's in your carry-on luggage." I don't know what that's going to mean. But no, I'm sorry, your checked bags. In your checked bags, not carry-on luggage. In your checked bags. It was in your checked bags. And I was yelled at, and it woke me up in the middle of the night, like almost like somebody waking me up, and I was like startled, and I'm like, what? It's in your checked bags, or it was in the checked bags. So I'm putting that out there too. Now, here's the thing about the boat and the kids and everything else. I had a very vivid dream. I was a young person. I wasn't me, because I definitely had a better body than I do now. And I was laying on a dock. I was at a place I didn't own the dock. I was visiting somebody, and this group of boats pulled up and they kicked me off the dock. They told me that they wanted to be there and I didn't belong there and it wasn't mine and why was I there? And I was told to leave. And one of the young kids, he could actually did this thing with his fingers where it was almost as like he was like finger crocheting around a hook, a metal hook. And he did it so fast with his fingers, like he was spinning a web. And I was like, oh my gosh, like you are so good at like tying fly lures, like the hooks for fly fishing. I know that they do that with the fly fishing hooks, that they wrap the wire around it. And he's like, no, this isn't for fly fishing. This is a different kind of hook. And he corrected me. And when he corrected me, he got really cocky and the hook flipped up and cut him in the lip and he was bleeding from his lip. And so I saw that. That was very clear. He was young, probably early 20s, brown curly hair. And so that was a very real part of this. The water leading from where the dock was to where it was, there was a very shallow area that came up. That was very shallow. And I'm just gonna sit down. And that mattered because I was laying on my stomach on a raft and needed to get out of the water anyway because I was worried about getting a sunburn. And then something happened. When I walked away from them, something happened with them. Also, I had been asked to check and make sure underwater, use snorkeling gear to check underwater to make sure that there was no garbage under the dock and things hadn't collected under the dock. And that's where I saw these containers. There were 2 of them. One of them was like a big Tupperware container with rocks on it. And the other one was more of a styrofoamish looking container, but again, had rocks on it. And I didn't want to know what was underneath the rocks. I was very concerned about what was being weighed down underneath the rocks. And these kids told me that it was chicken to draw in the fish and to draw in crabs. So I saw that. That was very clear. And then the next part, I go into the house. I knew that there had been my friend who I was visiting, who honestly, I don't know who this person is, was complaining about how there were people posting on Facebook that they were crossing through their property to get to the lake. They didn't have permission to do that, but they were posting photos of it, how they were taking a shortcut to get to their lake and they were crossing through their property. And I was very uncomfortable with the fact that my friend was being that way about going to the lake. And so I had decided that I was going to leave, but I wanted to take a shower first. And I can describe the house. I can describe the shower. I can describe the shampoo that was in the shower. It was like a milk and honey in a white bottle, and it was a milk and honey shampoo. And they had all different kinds of shampoos. There was a dandruff shampoo and a milk and honey shampoo, and all these things lined up on the edge of the tub. The shower curtain was yellow. Very, very, very vivid. When I tell you I have vivid dreams, I don't know what all the bathroom stuff was. I don't know what the shower was about. But I knew that I was trying to take a shower so that I could leave because I was very uncomfortable about being a part of this entire mess. I didn't want to have anything to do with the lake. I didn't want to have anything to do with any of it. So that was last night's dream. And the waking up, that it was in my checked bags. That might matter. But that's exactly how last night happened. So help me out. What do you think that means?